And I'm not going to edit this. Hello and welcome to Don't Drink Alone. We are your hosts. I'm Bill Wallace.
I am Sarah Wallace.
And we have a special guest.
do.
Yay!
Yeah, I am special.
We are very special. I know.
She used to be a Wallace as well.
Well, yes. No, that's true. Yeah.
That's true.
We always say the point of this is to really emphasize that it's more fun when you're not just drinking by yourself and you get a drink with some food, pair with some food, and drink with friends / family. That's kind of you've crossed into both those things, right?
So
Family for me, friend for you. Yeah,
Family friend.
Kind of my friend.
Some people might not know,
I know.
that
I don't know.
So
she's your sister.
yes, my sister Erin, and we are at her place in Phoenix. We just had a massive thunderstorm. We thought a perfect opportunity in order to come outside. It's dripped down to like 92 degrees.
Yeah, it's pretty cold now.
I was gonna put on my sweater.
Yes.
You probably would
I didn't
have,
want to make you guys feel weird.
No,
You
I
know.
thought that was thoughtful. Yeah.
right?
That's very good. Very
One
good.
of us is from Arizona,
And two of us are not.
So you're lucky we have our shirts on.
But I might edit that out.
No.
That might get edited out. Today's theme is to talk about secret wine. And so, yes, an opportunity to do that, because the great goal of, I think, most of our dozen of listeners is to try and find a really good wine for an inexpensive price. No better way to do that than to find the secret wines that are out there, and we'll talk about those. So, first off, cheers.
Oh, cheers.
Cheers, thanks for
Very
coming
good.
and visiting.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Go ahead and try this one, and then we'll talk about our first secret wine.
Did you even smell it?
I've already had it.
Oh.
I was drinking long
Well,
before we
that's
started
kind of cheating.
showing up.
Yeah, it was.
Oh my goodness.
Kind of have a head start. That's
It's like
not
my third
fair.
bottle by now.
Red, white, it's all the same at
Yeah.
this point.
Just made a meritage.
There's not a lot to it right now.
I mean,
is it just
it's
me?
like,
It's fine.
all right.
There you go.
It's light.
So what we're drinking
See,
is...
that was such a California wine drinker.
That was a California wine drinker.
Just
Note right there.
sorry if I live near Napa
I know.
and I'm way more advanced than you.
Look, we're drinking Secret Squirrel. So,
Okay.
it's a 2017 cab, and Secret Squirrel
know,
is...
see?
Not if I would
Exactly.
not
I
have
mean,
said cat.
honestly, like, okay, you go first. Sorry.
No.
Sorry. No.
I'm just to describe the wine. What happens now more and more is you see a lot of wine producers have lots of grapes that they've spent some time with, but for them, for whatever reason, they all claim it's not quite up to the same standard, and so it doesn't go into our top end bottles. But then they create these second tier labels and even secret labels where you're getting really good grapes from really great wine producers, and they're doing all the bottling, they're doing all the work. So it's generally excellent stuff. The real reason why they do it is because they know that if they mass produce their top end wine, then they can't charge $75 for it. So they don't mass produce it, and instead they pour a lot of their grapes into something like Secret Squirrel.
And come on now, the label
It's so cool.
is so cute.
It is cute.
Super cute.
I agree.
I really forever
Also,
thought that was a
though,
cat.
I didn't realize we were going to drink a Secret Squirrel, and you're like, it's all about secret wines. I thought that you were okay. I get,
You see?
I get it now. I get it.
There you go.
We're related.
So,
So they're little bugs, but it's not in my wine. No, but it's funny because it's so true, because this is a Washington cab, and
This
it's
is a
totally
Washington
different
cab.
than
It really is.
a California
from a
cab,
California
and
cab.
we're in Arizona, and when we go to the Costco here, I walk in and I was like, it's all California.
Yep.
Almost. We'll get to that. But it's almost all California stuff, and California cabs are bigger.
Yep.
They're way bigger.
All Napa cabs are definitely bred differently. Washington cabs are very much different. And
We should try
in a lot of ways, that's generally intentional. You see some Washington wine producers try and match what Napa does. I don't think you see anybody in Napa try to match what Washington does. You can talk about old world wine versus new world wine. In the end, again, as we always say, if you like it, drink it.
Yeah. True.
But yeah, if you're used to a kind of a Napa cab, this is going to be a very different experience.
For sure.
Yeah.
So I'm going to guess it's going to go better for you if you start pairing it with something.
Yeah. I like it. I'm not
No,
saying
no,
I don't
no,
like
You were
it.
surprised it was a cab.
no.
I was
Yeah.
very surprised. I thought it was a blend. I'm not gonna.
Oh yeah, no. I mean, honestly, I understand that. 'Cause
Yeah. All right. Try a little blueberry.
Actually, I don't know when I had this because I was like, oh, that's a secret squirrel.
Yes, I know.
And we like to buy this one often. I mean, when we can find it.
We do, yeah. So Secret Squirrel now has a couple
We try
different
with
wines.
the blueberries.
It's actually done by Corliss. If you're from Washington, then you know their
Which
wine,
is-
which
Okay.
is again really, really good, really
Straight up with the
expensive wine.
blueberry. Now it tastes more like a cap. That's so
That's
weird.
so funny. Isn't that funny?
That's why you don't drink a lot.
I'm sorry, a California cap.
There you go. I'm gonna try it actually with a sour cherry.
Oh,
I'm very curious.
that's
how that will
crazy.
I was gonna ask you what those were. I'm like,
Mhm.
you know, like raisins. You know, like
Giant
They're not
raisin.
quite
on
date.
hormones, or
Yeah.
I mean,
Did you really
know what
take
happened.
half a chocolate and then put it back, or did somebody cut those?
Somebody cut those.
you know,
I know.
I looked
I
at
know
the
about
size
the
of the
bites.
chocolates, and I thought instead of being rude, I would just pre-cut my chocolate today.
Oh my gosh.
So I pre-cut into
Ooh,
I don't know.
because this was a lot. I made 4 small bites,
very interesting.
and I'm gonna try.
How is it with the
maybe a little
cherry?
bite. And maybe I'll try the cherry first and then the
I'm
chocolate.
not a dried cherry girl, so I'm gonna. Stick
You know,
with the
I gotta be
blueberries.
honest. I don't know if I've ever had a dried cherry.
Well, there's another secret for everyone to know now.
There you go. Mm.
It looks a lot like a raisin.
All right,
Well, you
and
did
then
pick
yeah,
this
then
one.
I tried it with the chocolate as well. So I've got a favorite out of all the 3 different pairings. It's again they would say this is not the same as their top end Washington cab, which is going to be bigger and more flavorful. I'm sure this is something of a blend. It is labeled as a cab, so it's got to be
At least
yeah,
what,
75%.
75?
In terms
Fun
of its
fact,
percentage, yeah. But yeah,
No, I don't like it with the cherry.
well,
You know?
good to know.
I was yeah, no.
There you go.
I'm still trying to chew my chocolate.
That was weird.
Mhm.
See?
Yeah, it's
Did you eat
there's
the
a
whole
lot of-
thing?
No, I did
lot
not
of
eat the whole
chocolate.
thing. Don't judge me on my chocolate bite.
I mean, honestly, it's melting. Like,
Because it's so hot.
It's August.
Why does
So
anybody
Why are
not
you
here?
visiting in
We
August?
Why are you where?
right here
Oh,
is
wait, now I
why we're
forgot what it
visiting
is.
in August. Tomorrow,
This is
there's a
it's
reason
also,
we're drinking
also
today.
why we're drinking, yeah. Because
Heavily.
oh my gosh,
4 or 5
We're getting ready to
bottles
drop
coming in.
Reese off tomorrow
say
at
goodbye
college and leave.
to another child,
Mhm.
leaving. Literally, people say leaving part of your heart.
Yeah.
In another state, and it's so
But
true.
it's near me, so,
So
it's okay.
I know.
All right.
So tonight we're
I'm
drinking
happy.
with Bill's sister. And tomorrow we're going to Vegas and we'll drink with mine.
We'll do another podcast tomorrow. It'll be great. It'll be solid.
I don't
Love
feel
it.
like the chocolate did a whole lot for it, to be honest.
Chocolate didn't do much for
Maybe
this
it's
at
all
all.
the caramel one.
Yeah,
I really like
Maybe.
it, but
yeah. The only one that I thought really made this pop was the blueberry.
I completely agree.
Mhm.
And I'm kind of gonna give myself kudos because I was like, am I going to say the right thing?
No,
I feel like that was the right thing.
see, not that there's a right thing.
No.
but,
No,
but that was the
no.
right.
There's not. That's it. So again, there's more and
No,
more of
no.
this wine out there. Secret Squirrel you can get for $17 to $20, kind of depending on where you get it. And again, if it happens to be a wine that you like, the reality is you're
Well, yeah,
getting
'cause we have to-
really, really good grapes
Go.
from
That's
a
not
really
gonna be
good winemaker for
You-
way
you've
less
seen
than
me
you would
drink.
normally pay.
Okay,
So
honest.
Is it hard to talk?
it's not at all hard to talk with the two of them.
This was his idea.
This is my-
I knew what he was getting
This is
into.
my life.
This is
Like-
what
This
we
is how it
do.
works
I'm
all
like
the time.
Sarah and I.
This is all.
You know, he's
everybody
like,
does.
why did I invite? Why was it a good idea to have both of them on here? At the
I'm
same
just gonna
Because-
start pouring more because that'll
Oh,
be
gosh.
fun.
time? All right, so I'm really super curious about this one because I've never seen it before.
So, backstory. They're gushing over this wine from Costco that they were hoping that I have. And I was like, oh, I feel like I've seen something like that at my
Mhm.
Costco. And Sarah's like, when are you going to Costco? I'll go with you. So we go today.
Wow.
And I show her this wine, and she the look of disappointment on her
I'm-
face because it was not what she was hoping it was.
No.
I actually felt responsible.
No.
I was like,
It's not
I
your
am so
fault that
sorry.
Arizona
but
can't
anyway,
carry
they
you.
reluctantly picked it up anyway because
It's
Billy was
just
like,
not.
well, I guess we'll try it.
It's
Stupid
just, I know. I'm
Arizonans.
texting Bill pictures of the bottle. Gee, should I try this one? Like, so the secret label thing.
Yes.
It's a Kirkland and Costco.
and
label
Kirkland.
wine.
Yeah, is one of those things. Kirkland does
Did you
great
finish the
wine.
first one?
It's a Costco wine,
still my
and
first
so
Oh my gosh.
people are always thinking,
Start talking.
it can't be that good. The winemakers that Costco works with are incredible. We happen to know one of them, and he does a wine that you're able to get up in Washington, We just picked up a case. It's amazing, amazing wine.
It is. I mean, this guy makes wines at the winery he works at, and they go for, $70.
Yes.
And then he also makes one for Costco.
That goes for 17. Like,
because it's a
Which
secret label.
Yeah.
Like, you do, unless you know.
Well, now I'm
who
mad
he
that we
is.
don't have that one.
Yeah, I know. I was
we were
like,
like up and down the aisle. I was like, well, maybe we
I
missed
looked at
it.
I went every nook and cranny. I was like, it's not here. But we found this one, and I was curious about
this one is also
Did you
kind
show
of a
her?
secret wine. It's done by Charles Smith, which is a pretty well-known winemaker. He happens to do your favorite wine.
The CS?
Yes.
You're kidding.
Nope. So this is
Oh,
the
the
same
CS.
winemaker
I
that
didn't know.
does.
Which-
Well, and honestly,
That's
now that I
cool
look at
now.
the label, I probably should have picked up on that. 'cause
Well,
the
and-
labels are so
And the CS is a wine that you can get at Costco, apparently in Arizona
For
and
$12.89.
Washington. Is it a good daily drinker, Aaron?
It is. I might know a thing or two
Like
about
a
the
daily-
CS being
daily
a
drinker.
daily.
We actually did buy like a lot of that CS
It's a
for
good
a
daily.
fundraiser we did for the high school
Oh,
when
that's
one of the
nice.
kids was a senior.
Yep.
Because it's a good wine.
Yeah.
It's
At a
I mean,
great
it's
price.
it's
Good wine
it's
at a great price.
Yeah,
Yep.
it's a
And
good
that's what you're looking
drinker
for.
at an affordable price, and they gave us a good.
All right, so you gotta
Okay.
just try the nose on this. It's incredible. Oh
Well,
my
I
god,
thought it-
it's so different
Oh.
from the last one. Wow.
Well, the last one I could hardly get anything out
Yeah.
of it, but this is like.
Yeah. So when you want to sound pretentious, you talk about the nose as opposed to like the smell. What's the wine
You would
smell
know.
like?
I don't even
Um,
know. Yeah, smells like wine.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
right?
mean, like
Yeah, this is
it's red.
from
Okay.
what we just went with, which was intentionally lighter, smoother. Again, this is not meant. Secret Squirrel is not meant to be a cab that knocks you out. It's meant to be something that you can just drink on your own and enjoy. You can pair it with some food.
Do they do the que sera?
They do not.
Oh,
That
because
is
it says
yeah.
bottled by K Brands, so
Yeah.
I thought maybe it was. I've just never seen this K Vine.
Mm-hmm. I don't think so. I mean, maybe.
No, I don't know either. I
don't know everything.
Are you going back for more?
Could not be any more I mean, like I'm getting like the smoke right off the bat, right?
Yeah. So this is a 2020 cab, and again, probably something of
Oh
a
yeah,
blend.
way smokier,
Right?
and not in a
No,
bad way.
Just as compared.
Mhm.
That's the first.
And
thing you
again, like
taste.
I've never had this. I've had the Secret Squirrel a lot. I like it because it's super smooth. But I mean, it's not bad at all. And this is interesting because sometimes you're like, well, do I get the Kirkland wine?
Right? No, because that's so cheap. Or
Or they have a really good winemaker.
they're a really good winemaker. You should get
Yeah,
the Kirkland
if you
wine.
if
well,
you
and
are,
I've passed this probably for the past like 4 weeks because I go about 3 times a week.
Yeah.
So I've passed it, and every time I'm like,
You're never sure,
and then I
right?
don't, and then I always pick up the CS, and now I'm
what was
now
this
I
one?
feel bad.
13? Do you remember? It was either 13 or 16, but I was thinking it was 13.
I think it was. I don't think it was the 16 because we were looking for the 16, and I want to
Oh,
say it was
right.
13. It was 13 or
Right.
14. It's 13 or 14.
Because the one in Washington that we really like,
Oh,
that is
hello.
made. Can we say?
oh,
Who?
with the chocolate.
Do we get to say who?
I think so. I mean, his name's on the label, so Gilles Nicole, who is the Long Shadows.
That was Bill's French accent,
Gilles
by the
Nicole.
way.
His name is Gilles Nicole. And later I'm going to have a quiz.
What's your-
I was
French, by
like,
the way.
dude,
Mhm.
no, he goes to,
Can you
this
tell?
is so off topic, but he goes to Starbucks,
Starbucks.
and he was like, I'd like,
It's
no, I'd like an
pronounced-
Americano and a croissant.
It's a
And I was like, I'm behind him, I'm like, oh my gosh, stop saying it like that. Because like, the barista's like, I'm sorry, what?
Right. You want a
A
croissant?
croissant? I'm sorry, it's.
No. I'm just going to eat my chocolate and
Your chocolat.
my
I'm
chocolate.
sorry, back to the
Wait,
wine.
we
Let
need
me
to
try it with
chocolate
blueberry.
mousse.
Oh, chocolate. Let me see how the blueberry is.
Okay.
Oh, that wasn't French at all.
That was. No, honey, do another accent.
Yeah, let
That'll
me
be
try that
great.
again.
Wow,
Oh,
that was awesome.
oh no.
No,
I hope Peyton watches this because he loves my accents.
We'll have to tag him.
Yeah.
Or,
Okay.
I don't even have to try the other ones. My goodness.
It's the chewing of the chocolate that
Mm-hmm.
It's. I love these.
takes some time.
I love caramel. But yes,
Mm-hmm.
you're like
Still chewing.
oh trying to. Okay, it was. I thought it was good with the blueberry.
Oh, really?
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
We'll see
Okay,
how that
maybe
goes.
it was just the blueberry was good with the wine, or I don't know. I really like
It
blueberries
was just
now.
good on its own. Everybody loves
Blueberries are kind of my new
Oh,
obsession.
see, and I think that's good with the chocolate.
Oh, it's super good with chocolate.
I'm kind of chocolate.
Yeah.
Maybe you should try these cherries.
Very, very yummy.
I don't feel like the blueberries. I don't feel like the. I'll try it again, but I don't feel like the blueberry did.
Maybe that's what it is.
But I
You
did
can
the chocolate
eat.
with this one.
Sometimes it doesn't change the wine. It just makes it like, oh,
Yeah.
I can eat a blueberry with this, and it's
And it's
Fine.
fine.
yeah.
Mhm.
Now I gotta try these cherries.
I'm telling you, the blueberry or the chocolate.
Wow. What do you use these cherries for? I've never bought them in my life. Or do people just eat them?
My husband likes them.
Oh, these cherries are for you, Eric.
Hi, Eric.
Let me see how it goes with this wine that you
Yeah.
don't really drink.
Yeah.
I know, right?
Now we're gonna try.
Mhm.
That's all good.
All right, I'm
Yeah,
trying
if
the
you
blueberries.
live. By
I'm
the way, if
going
you live in the
blueberry again.
Scottsdale area, Erin drinks alone a lot. So
Come on
come on over and
She
just
loves some
try.
friends. She
I
loves
might
some
might
try
try
a
it.
bottle
Right.
we can open.
Don't drink alone. That's the whole point.
Exactly.
So,
We set up wine dates.
other secret wines that are out there. You see Renegade. You see wines that get bought out, and then if you're on something like, say, Full Pull Wines up in Washington, you can end up with some really, really great deals in wines from declassified juice that happens from that standpoint. It's totally worth it, and it's certainly worth just experimenting because again, at the very least, you're getting a really good winemaker with some juice to trying something different with, and yeah, you're not going to get a bad bottle of wine, whether or not it's your favorite. Yeah, again, that's so much.
There's a couple I don't really care for.
Yeah, and that's okay.
The off label of Long Shadows is not my favorite.
9 Hats.
I didn't wanna
Maybe we shouldn't
it.
say that out
I
loud.
didn't want to say it.
We'll edit that out.
Yeah.
But yeah,
But it's
But which Long Shadows is
again, Long Shadows
like our
is
favorite
one of our
winery,
favorite
so-
wineries, and so yeah, they're amazing.
I can vouch for
Right,
that.
yes,
I
we-
hear about it
we
all
may
the
have
time,
shared
and I'm like,
some.
we don't have it down here. Stop
No.
talking.
I
I
know.
can't get it unless you're sending me a box. I don't get it.
I guess you just have to come to Washington.
There you go.
Or come down here where it's beautiful 12 months out of the year.
Yeah,
We'll be back because we're leaving our child
Yeah, and part of our heart.
in Northern Arizona.
There you go. All right,
Near
now I got to
me.
go back.
Yay, me.
Yes.
Yep,
What are you doing?
Okay, I think the blueberries don't do a whole lot.
going back.
I didn't think the chocolate's that much either, though.
But see, I think the chocolate
Maybe
did
it
something for
mellowed
this,
it a
but
little
I
bit.
think that the blueberries do a lot for the secret squirrel.
Yeah.
Interesting, really.
Like
I'm gonna have to go back and
to
try
me,
it again.
I mean, again, the
Oh,
secret
wow.
squirrel to me is a red blend, and then with the blueberries, it tastes like a cab.
You got to go back. Oh my gosh, look at you.
I know.
Here, wait, can I
Amateur.
just try it?
Amateur
I
hour.
know. I'm
Okay.
gonna because it's actually fun to try them. Both being cabs.
Side by side. 3 years apart, different cabs. Very different
We're
smoky.
related. It's okay.
It's all good.
It's totally see. I
Secret
really like
squirrel.
the secret squirrel.
I do
Okay,
too.
I am not I'm not big on the smoky wines. So that's
see,
just
and
me.
I am.
Yeah.
I
So
mean,
you'll
like,
probably like that.
I am a big on the
I
smoky
won't.
one.
I'll let you decide.
Yes, you make your own judgments, whether or not it's
I
wrong.
feel like this could be like an hour-long podcast.
It-
Or it's not a podcast.
Well, we are
I'm
that
sorry.
interesting.
Between
Let's
the
be
two of
I
honest.
them.
know, right?
Okay, so you know what's interesting though is between the two, the secret squirrel is way smoother. I
Yeah.
totally
Okay.
agree on that part.
But you actually
no,
like
I'm like, do you want it?
Oh,
Oh, and cheers. That's awkward.
And she,
I feel like I just, was like trying to do the,
And
yeah,
the
fist
and
bump, like,
nothing,
no.
no.
And they're siblings. And wow. Okay.
Loser.
Yeah, but okay, you didn't finish. That's way smoother. But do you like the cave eye
I
better?
do, but to me, a cab should be smokier and not
I mean,
lighter.
Because,
And I do
California
think
is always on fire.
Yeah.
So,
so it makes sense that it should be smokier. I'm just saying.
you know.
It's just normal to have grapes
That's
that have
just
been
how cabs
But
should
you
be.
know what?
bathed.
Okay, wait. But let's be
Duh.
clear. This is a cab from
That's
Washington.
true. That is a Washington cab.
This is a cab from Washington, so it surprises me that it's
I think it was a smoky
Is it
year. I
really?
think 2020.
2020 was a smoky year.
There it
I
goes.
don't remember.
2020
I
was
don't,
a
I don't
very
smoke. I don't
smoky.
know.
It's a very smoky.
I'm actually
year.
pretty sure it was a
Very
smoky
smoky
year.
year. I'm just
Yeah.
surprised we're doing.
I think
2020
2020
I didn't
was
think that they were
legit
releasing
just crap all over.
Yeah.
Well, I
so
didn't think they were releasing 2020. I think it's more.
Yes.
they just wanted to skip that
Well,
year.
what year was the Secret Squirrel then?
2017.
That's a 2017.
Oh,
wow,
see,
that's
now,
2017.
That's a
that's an
2017.
interesting.
Mhm.
See, we could talk for
do you know
hours
what
on
the-
that. Do you want us to?
Yeah,
We could.
I bet they do.
Good. Instant feedback.
Yeah.
Oh.
Anyone.
Oh wait, it doesn't
Anyone?
work that way.
No,
It's not a
no,
live
it's
stream.
Not a live stream.
We're not
Yeah.
that cool. Although Reese's got the whole setup, we could borrow
We
their
could,
stuff, and
we
we
could.
could totally live stream
We
and wine.
totally could.
Hey, let us know in the chat if you want to live stream.
There we go.
Let
We're
us
gonna
know
go
in the
back.
Chat. No, wait. Let us know in the chat
Oh.
who your favorite special guest is.
Oh,
I'm-
we've only
Yeah,
had
it's been
one
Tim
other,
and
so
Aaron.
or
so-
Tim. I mean, it's Tim.
Tim, you can't
Or
vote for
Aaron,
yourself.
yeah.
That's
okay?
right. He's gonna get
Jeez.
Andre on.
But he's one of
and
our
Sam
viewers.
and DJ. Yeah,
Ugh.
DJ doesn't get a vote. He's like 13.
he can totally vote.
I'm gonna get all my kids. I'm gonna hack their Google accounts and I'm gonna vote for me. I have a lot of kids.
I want to know who Besta is going to vote for.
Oh, that's.
Well, that's should be easy because that's their
should
But
be.
Besta, who do you think
Oh no.
was better?
Mm.
Oh my gosh, we all know the answer to that.
Me, right?
Oh yeah.
The
That's
daughter-in-law.
actually probably,
Clearly.
probably entirely true.
Okay.
All right,
Who is
back
more
to the
informative?
wine
What am I-
podcast
I'm-
and
I'm
family
still in the-
dynamics.
Sorry.
You're still on the case.
You know what? It's funny
I'm
because
looking at
I
that.
actually think it's less smoky now that It
Open
hasn't
up a
even
It's
bit.
been
open
that
up a little,
long.
Yeah.
But
Well, yeah, it's getting so much 95-degree oxygen here.
Well,
it is
to me-
amazing what the heat
But
does.
this is
to a
what,
wine.
to me, this tastes more cab. And again,
I
I
hear
really
ya.
like the Secret Squirrel. It just doesn't taste like it. Like
Yeah.
when you said it was a cab, I was like, no, it's
No.
not. I was
Wrong.
like, this is a red blend. He's dumb. He doesn't know what he's talking about.
I mean, there's some truth to that.
He does. He does.
It is interesting
This
this a
time.
2017.
Yeah.
I mean, that's
No, I
not
think it's
like
interesting
old,
that it's a
old,
cab.
but
Sorry.
to be
but
honest,
this
for
does not
most
taste like a
people,
cab.
for most people, you go to the store and if you're gonna buy a wine tonight to drink tonight,
Yeah.
they're like 2019s,
Or, yeah.
2020s.
2019.
Yeah, 18s and 19s.
18
is
is
what
a
I'm-
well.
That's
If
why
you
I'm
can
That's what
find
you're
the
seeing now?
18, buy it because that was a really great year.
It was a good year.
So now you're finding it harder. Well,
Yeah.
not harder.
It's
but
mostly
more.
19s, 20s are coming out.
I see 20. So what do you think about that? Because I see 2020s and I go, it's too young.
So
I
again, we
agree.
did a little bit of this on an earlier podcast. Where
I was there
Almost
and I don't
all
remember.
wine is better if it can sit for 6 months.
Oh,
But the
okay.
reality is
But
the
6 months
majority
isn't a
of
long time.
no, the majority of wine is drunk within the first 48 hours. People buy wine and drink within 48 hours.
That's
Drunk.
true at my house.
Yeah.
And it is.
Who else
It's-
drinks with you?
It's 100% true. So if that is the case,
Just guys.
if you can get something that's a little bit older
Probably saves you some money.
and let it breathe for
We have
just a little bit,
problem.
it does better.
That's true.
All right.
So when I see 2020s, I'm always like,
Yeah, it's pretty young, pretty new in the bottle. Probably has a little bottle shock even, and so it is.
I'm
It's
sorry.
like
bottle shock. So, yeah, like the wine's like, get me out of
I
here.
can actually see that meme.
"Hey, stop! You just crammed me into this little tiny space.
Yeah, it's got Robin Williams and the genie thing, you know.
Right?
10,000 years will give you such a crick in the neck. All right.
Okay.
Thank you so much for watching this. If you can
Cheers.
find a secret wine, get out there, try it, check it out. You're going to find some really interesting wine
I
at a
will
really
try it
great
with you.
price.
Yes,
And we will be happy
depending
to
on
hear
where
about
you're
it.
at. Phoenix.
I know. See now
Seattle.
we're all over
We're
the
all
West
over.
Coast.
We're big.
Yeah.
We're all over.
We're global.
I know. Can I just say that this is our first like on location? Like we've taken
Ooh.
we've
We're out of the
taken it,
wine
like,
room.
We've taken it on
That's
location.
professional, guys. That's professional.
So maybe we'll get another viewer.
High class. We'll be up to a baker's dozen. Who's gonna join? Who's gonna watch
Baker's
us?
dozen.
Come on, there might be a prize in there. For
There might be.
you. There might not, but there might be.
He's trying to end it.
Thank
I'm
you so
sorry.
much for watching. They'll go on forever. We'll see you
Cheers.
next time.
Cheers.